Okay, so the one of the main things that we want to do about in this meeting is to make sure that everybody is getting the social media together. Have we done that, Justin? Have we gotten the social media sites that we have established over to Kenyatta?
Not yet, no. So I'll have to run through a few of that. I may need a little coaching because I know with like Facebook, for example, a lot of that was set up initially through one of our profiles. So I guess I got to figure out how to separate the company page from a personal page so that anybody can log in without having to use standard Facebook.
Well, that's not that big a deal. I mean, we can help with that. The thing that we want to do is if we have some followers right now, we want to keep that.
Right.
And if we just add administrators to those pages, we don't have to change much.
Okay, perfect. That should be easy enough to do.
And then as we go along, if there's pages that are needing to be added or created, then we can do that. And then I always want to make sure that we add the company officers as administrators to their own accounts. I mean, I just dealt with that today with this large client that we have in New Jersey. Their web person that was in charge of their websites and some of their social media kind of flaked on them. And then he's holding assets hostage, so I'm always interested in, making sure that my clients are always in control of their assets. Not that I'm worried about, what would ever happen with us. However, if you did something else somewhere else later on down the road, I like to, kind of train the owners to make sure and keep your collateral assets, in control of the company.
Exactly. No, I completely understand that. I mean, God forbid something happens to Nicole or I, and we're the only ones with the logins, right? It makes it difficult. So if it's on the company level, then that makes it easier for everybody.
Well, that's a little bit kind of a different story. Even I'm talking about somebody outside of the company holding on to some assets that we're not comfortable with having somebody else have.
Right.
And sometimes it's an employee. We say, oh yeah, hey, you do this, and then we have a disgruntled employee situation, and then they run off with, like in this case today, it was like 9,000 followers over 12 years on this motorcycle training company. Gone. So, and untold ad spend. I mean, they were doing like $1,200 a month ad spend on Facebook out on this account, and then it all went away.
Yeah. Okay.
But you guys have control of your website and the GoDaddy account and all that.
Yep.
And we discussed that before.
Yeah, so we've got full control of our website. It's just a WordPress platform. And then we've got a company that does the hosting, but that's irrelevant. So yeah, we're in full control of all that.
And who's doing the web design with that?
It's just been me today.
You're just doing it.
Yeah. I designed the whole web page. And
perfect.
Everything. So it's definitely open to critique and being updated, because that's not my wheelhouse. But
no, that's good. That's good. I think, after I've looked over everything, I thought we were going to be able to launch into, some geofence and artificial intelligence ad spend into some of those geographic um, keywords and groups that we assembled because it was CBD. And I was ignorant to the fact that it seems like the CBD space is as difficult as liquor and THC for some reason.
Right.
And I would think, I don't understand why it's that way.
It's
Shouldn't it be,
strictly
shouldn't it be
because
more like
it's,
hemp?
yeah, I mean, it's hemp, and the Farm Bill passed, and hemp is completely legal in the US, but I mean, it all ultimately comes down to, on a federal level, quote unquote, it is still illegal products. None of that's ever going to hold up anymore because of the way the country's going, and opinions are changing, and things are updating. But that is truly why. I mean, that's why you can't sell on Amazon. Amazon has opened up to like hemp-based products, but it doesn't actually say that they're CBD products. So even large companies like that are still very hesitant to go into this space just because of the way it stands on a truly on a federal level.
Okay. Well, I think I was saying this either to Nicole or to you the other day. I'm really interested in this because it's a puzzle that once we figure this out, then the barrier to entry socially is enormous.
Right.
You know, we're going to be hard to catch. So what I want to do is I want to look to building those lifestyle brand channels. And I'm recording this Zoom call, so I'm going to be able to send it out to the marketing directors and to Nicole and let her kind of review what we're doing. And there's you, Justin. Is there anyone else in the company that is kind of providing creative? Her sister does some of the assembly stuff, right?
Yeah, her sister does pretty much the production side of it. So she'll do everything that's production related, and then we've got one sales rep that's, you know, outside of the company that we've contracted. So really, it's just four of us. Nicole and I would be the two that would be the ones that are doing everything when it comes to promoting the business. And
well, I assembled that war room, and then some people got added to that maybe don't belong there. And so I'm going to get with Nicole and kind of trim that back. She added some people, but what we're going to do is we're going to get started with you know, a daily blast of, you know, connectivity and gathering some membership. And what we want to do is really kind of building the channel that we're having. And like I told you on the phone the other day, it's really important. We're going to come up with some content, and some of it's going to be funny, some of it's going to be a little racy, some of it's going to be, you know, different kind of informational things. And we may reach out to an influencer or two that would try to kind of get going with what we're doing. And especially if I can connect us with a couple of other bigger, larger businesses and kind of, you know, join together in forces. Like I've got this hardware company that sells to a lot of cannabis, you know, places that, you know, their scales, their receipt printers, all that other kind of stuff. I'm have a meeting with them, and I want to try and get Relax and CBD kind of in that same, you know, sidecar, so that we're non-competing customers, and then we can, you know, kind of share that drip email campaign. I'd like to see us, you know, kind of presenting in a different place. You know, have we done much with farmers market type stuff?
not a lot. I know Nicole was pushing on a few of them prior to COVID, so we haven't done anything there. The one real big rally we did was the 420 rally in 2019. Obviously, we were on the dock to do it again last year, and that didn't happen. I'm not sure what's going to happen this year. I highly doubt that the city's actually having any kind of event. So after this year, next year, we'll probably be back into that. And that's, just a massive park, Civic Center Park there. So that's our biggest thing. And then we've looked at farmers markets and stuff. So I think now that this year is getting going again, I think it'll be a good opportunity to look at some of those again.
Okay. Well, one of the things that I can do is use my connections to say, hey, let's try to egress into some of these spaces. Like one of my big, farmers market type guys, can kind of help me get in those market spaces. And then we find out that demo, people that shop at the farmers market are really excited about a holistic CBD kind of a alternative kind of a thing, then we might tap into that channel where we might not have thought before. And really for the marketing effort, what I want to do is work on our branding and get that solid. I mean, get, to where people are starting to realize Relaxin CBD is a high level brand. Oh, I've heard about them before. Oh, that's that girl who does those classes on YouTube with the glasses and the medical coat and talks about, did you know this or that or the other thing, and then all of a sudden people are really, realizing, that it's us. And then they see us in different places where they can actually act on that purchase plan, So what I want to do in the social media is I want to, do content advertising that is about lifestyle and being healthy and, yoga instructors and, all of this kind of stuff that, kind of draws people in to the channel. And then we hit them with, hey, here's this, and as they're following the channel, I'm allowed to promote the product. I'm just not allowed to buy the reach, so, we can get away with a lot of things with landing pages and groups and things like that allow us to, reach out into those communities and then bring them back to our landing pages where we're actually selling our product, advertising our product, sending them to places that buy the product. And, where one of the teaser videos that we do leads to a landing page that Kenyatta will make that actually leads to another half of that video that leads to selection ads at the bottom. The selection ads lead back to you guys's Shopify website, so we get them once removed from the email and the social media where they're blocking us off a little bit.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yep. Yeah, that sounds good.
And so next time, I'm going to send this link to you guys, and I'm going to also send it to Nicole. And I would like to have this type of a Zoom call so that we could talk about our creative. And the next time we have it, hopefully Nicole could be in front of a computer or a tablet or something to where we can share the screen, and Kenyatta too. We can share the screen and say, okay, here's the content on Instagram. Here's the TikTok ads we did. Here's the, the storylines that we did on these different places. How is all this working? And then you guys can say, well, we're getting more activity on this product, or, that seems to be working, or the discount, that we're applying that from the YouTube channel is really seems to be the best thing we're doing, and I like to kind of have these sessions where we can share screen and really dig into, okay, we're trying these 10 things, these 2 things we don't ever want to do again. We're going to keep doing these 6 things, but these other 2 things, those are really working for us and we really like them. So let's continue doing that. And we can talk about ad spend later on if it happens, You know, I think one of the blessings in disguise is, you know, sometimes just buying reach is a little bit of a crutch sometimes, because, you know, organic is really the very best. You know, when you're coming up organically and you've got that reach organically, it's harder to do, but it's better. You know,
Right.
so it's almost kind of like they're telling us, hey, you know, you you're going to have to do it the hard way. You can't just go out and run some ads, you know, and it's more profitable later on if we're not spending a bunch of ad money and we're getting the business coming in. I mean, that's all good. But I've got some other backup ideas after we get the flow of the social media how we want it. One of the ideas that I really want to look into is a temporary tattoo that is the Relax and CBD logo. And what I want to see if we can do is, as we're building some of this, you know, intensity and interest, I'd love to see some people with a Relax and CBD tattoo show us your tattoo when you're out there having fun. You know, take a bubble bath with one of our Relax and CBD bombs and, you know, show us your tattoo. And you've got the girl with the bubbles or the guy with the muscles or whatever. Some girls in a tanning bed or whatever. And it's like, you know, show us your tattoo. And, you know, we'll put it on our page and we're going to have a contest, you know, to pick people at random to have the gift basket sent to them and try out some of our new products or whatever. And I think that's a great way for us to, you know, have a little bumper sticker on a car that's Relaxing CBD. You know, if we see you out there with your Relaxing CBD bumper sticker, you know, that's some other old tricks that we used to use in the business to really, you know, get people identified with the brand. It's a similar strategy to the chive.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
calm and chive on.
Right. Yep. Yeah. And we've got some stickers. You know, we did have those manufactured as kind of our marketing material. And but beyond that, you know, we're definitely open to a lot of other options. And yeah, I think the tattoo's great if, you know, getting that to work out. I mean, I've never looked at anything like that. So definitely fall on your expertise on how to go about that.
And I have some contacts that'll help us kind of do some research with that kind of thing. But you know, the thing that I really love about this account, I was meeting with Kenyetta last week, and you know, it's so much potential to have fun. You know, I mean, we can do so much fun stuff with it, and it's kind of a younger audience, and it's, you know, a would-be audience. But you know, we're also reaching out to people like my wife. You know, I mean, my wife loves her CBD oil on her shoulders. She uses it every night. And you know, if we get involved in a kind of a moms of TikTok kind of a sphere, to where it's young, it's energetic, but it's also affluent enough where they've got money. You know, it's like, hey, you know, I want to order a $200 worth of this stuff. And great. Okay. You know, it's not half your stimulus check. So I want to reach out to, you know, some of these folks that we know are going to have, you know, bank enough to actually be ordering the products, you know, and I'm looking at a couple of other long range things, and I'm just saying them now to get them done on tape so that we can transcribe this recording later or look back at it. But I want to explore the auto order thing that's going on over there, whether we're doing that or not, and kind of build that in.
Yeah. And we don't have anything like that. So I would love to have something, you know, even a discount, you know, on a monthly order discount or something. I mean, anything to drive that reoccurring business. I mean, it's like the wholesale side, right? I mean, we do one lump sum out to somebody and then, you know, they get a discount. Well, if we're getting a reoccurring customer, yeah, I mean, that's
absolutely. Well, and the reoccurring thing came up in one of our meetings when we were talking about wholesalers, you know, especially when I was reaching out to Matthew with the Farmers Market Network here in Denver. You know, if we get somebody that wants to carry our product as a distributor, you know, then you're talking about, you know, a bulk order that is being sent out, you know, on an auto ordering basis, you know, and then that kind of gives us a little bit of bedrock in between the higher margin retail sales and then some of the other distributors. And as they're selling, you know, we're getting people to sign up on the website because, you know, hey, you know, a tattoo comes with this little bar of soap or whatever it is, you know, and go ahead and, you know, here's a little card that says, register with us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and, you know, show us your tattoo, and here's how you do it, and here's where you know, do your interaction with the whole thing. And, you know, then we've got a little fun thing going on with the people that are selling their, you know, whatever, zucchinis
Right.
at the farmer's market or whatever.
Right.
And, you know, so those are just some of the kind of, you know, think tankish stuff that we've been doing on your account at our meetings. So I think that's probably good for this one. And I will reach out to Nicole and let her know that I'm going to give her this video and she could watch it. And then let's kind of pencil in 2 weeks from now and just kind of have an accountability Zoom party and talk about what we're doing and what we like. And I'm really excited. I really have a positive vibe about what we're doing.
Perfect. Yeah. And then in the meantime, I'll get all our social media stuff set up. Any admins routes, I'll look into that. And anywhere you want me to send that specifically to you guys or to both of you?
And tell you what, just send it directly to me for now at mark@marketinghope.com, and I'll get it parsed out. And then I will.
Hi guys. We're having slight difficulties.
Well, don't you worry about it. I'm taping this whole thing and I'm going to send you a YouTube link for you to watch.
You're awesome. Thank you.
And we had a great meeting. We got a lot of good ideas going on. I'm going to, you know, Justin, please reach out to me personally. If you're juggling with any of those media accounts, I'll help you kind of get those together. You and I work together. And Nicole, let's you and I do a Zoom call.
Yes.
And I want to talk about a couple of the things, you know, after you watch the video that you and I can work on. And
okay.
I think we're off to a really good start. I'm really, you know, I want to go over the war room with you and kind of parse out some of those people that you were have in there. Because we don't want to have the intellectual property just open to the public until we're ready to do it.
Right.
And you said that maybe there are some names that you want to taken out of there.
Me?
Yes.
What names did I want taken out?
The war room. Some people were invited that weren't employees.
Oh yes. There's a couple of people and stuff. So Bree was like the only one that I figured could be in it since
well, let's you and I do a Zoom call and I'll share a screen, you know, when you're when you get a chance, and then we'll look at it together and go.
Okay, perfect. Yes.
But super positive.
That's good. No, and then I'll touch base too with Justin and everything else. I am incredibly sorry. It took them way too long to get that stuff.
Honey, don't worry about it. We totally have, you know, and I was just telling Justin, you know, with what we're doing, with our think tank stuff that we're doing, we love your company. We think it's super positive, and there's a lot of different ways that we can get involved in different things that, I mean, this should be a fun experience for everybody. I mean, we'll build up sales, get different channels opened up, but I want it to be fun. I want it to be, this is a fun brand. This is not, you know, school supplies. This is everybody having a good time, you know.
Right.
So that's what we want to create. So don't worry about it. You're a big part of it. You're so positive, Nicole. I enjoyed being out to dinner with you the other day, and You're just
Well, I
so
clearly
on it.
adore you and Luann.
So yeah, that's awesome. I'm sorry she bought you cookies that you couldn't eat.
No, she's like the greatest person ever. And like my husband totally mowed down on it. Like he was like a fat kid in a candy factory. He was so excited. He
All
loves
right,
them.
well, next time we'll have to have Justin join us for the
Yes.
Mexican party.
Right.
Sounds fun. Sounds fun.
Okay, we're here for you guys. So if there's any questions or anything, give us a call. We're going to get started. We're going to start doing some social media posts, and some of it's going to be Nemask, some of it's going to be kind of funny jokes and different things that are going on. So as you guys are looking at the social media posts, join in, share the post, talk about what's going on. And if there's ever anything that you see that doesn't represent the company the way you want, or you'd like to change the direction or whatever, you reach out to us and we'll shift gears. And, obviously we would never post anything offensive or negative or hurtful about anything. But if there's anything that you guys feel like you want to change or see more of or whatever, you guys are in control and you're the boss. Really Kenyetta's the boss, but we're helping. But super, super excited.
Yeah, and I'm
Thank you
sorry.
so much.
I wanted to jump in and just say hello. Sorry, I jumped on and we jumped into a meeting, so just say hello to everyone. And I'm excited to work with y'all's account. Hello.
The problem
Well,
with
yeah,
that,
and then go ahead, Mark.
go ahead.
Yeah, so I was saying, I know we briefly talked about doing email campaigns and that kind of stuff. So happy to get those lists, definitely expanding on those pretty rapidly right now.
Okay.
Part of what we've been doing is different groups, right, that we've attacked. I mean, we've been very successful with hardware stores. So we can do a list for them. That's something catered to that clientele. We've got spas that we haven't talked to in quite a while because of COVID. Great to get our name back out in front of them. And then we're really back in dispensaries and CBD shops now. And albeit that's very new, but we'll definitely create campaigns that cater to them as we go. So any of those lists we need or anything I can do to share information wise, very happy to.
Yeah, and we'll get a calendar together and talk about, what we're doing. The thing that I want to make sure we avoid is slipping our treads on something that's just really not working. I want to make sure that, we've got different eggs in different baskets to where we can monitor what's coming in and what's going on. So we're not, just kind of speaking to a dead audience, even though it should be working, then maybe it doesn't,
Right.
And most of the time, it's something dumb like hardware store. Who, what?
Right.
Who would have thought?
Random.
What are you
It
talking
worked.
about? And that's why I very rarely ever say no. I always say, keep the cost low and show me a test market. We went to these dog parks and all of a sudden everybody wants a CBD for their dog or whatever. And who would have thought? Who would have thought a bath bomb and CBD for your dog with arthritis would have been, the highest segment that we ever thought of. You just can't, you can't outguess the customers. So, but super, super excited to be working with you guys. And so let's stay in high contact, use the war room. I put the link to this meeting in the war room, but we'll be utilizing that a little bit more often now that we're getting some traction and deciding that we're not going to go out and buy ads, that we're going to just actually organically get our stuff going. But look forward to seeing and talking to you guys over the next couple of weeks.
Likewise, and I plan on like Wednesdays or something like that, Wednesday evening, right in the middle of the week, or we can always push off. But yeah, plan on doing this every couple of weeks.
I love it. I love it. More often in the beginning, and then later on as we get some traction.
Right.
So.
Mm-hmm.
And work on my coffee deal. I think that's exciting.
Yes, I think that's great.
I meet with him tomorrow. So.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
And he's actually, I'm doing a record label for him. Wrong Records. So that there may be some synergy there too. There's a couple
Nice.
Grammy award-winning musicians that are in that label, you know, so
Oh.
maybe I'll tell them that they need to hawk some CBD for me because they owe me a favor.
You like that
Yes.
idea?
All
You're right. Yes.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye,
Thank
I'll
Mark.
send
you.
you guys this link here in just a second.
Oh,
Perfect.
perfect.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.